Hello everyone, today I will be doing a story time about the two most special events in my life. So let's get started. First, it is important to ask ourselves what makes an event special. In my opinion, an event is special when it leaves a deep emotional mark on us. It leaves a lasting memory, almost impossible to forget. This may be due to a combination of factors such as the personal importance of the event and the impact it will have. The intense emotions we experience also contributes to its uniqueness, as they are feelings that are not often repeated. And finally, also the people whom we share that moment, as their company can transform an ordinary event into a special one. This, among other factors, is what I consider makes an event special and therefore memorable. So the first story time I'm going to tell today is the time of my first national volleyball championship. I started playing volleyball since I was 11 or 12 years old. Since then, I went through some volleyball clubs, but it was until I was 16 that I was called to my first national championship. I really had long dreamed of attending an important competition like this, and I really worked for it. I never missed a training, and I really felt an incredible passion for this sport. Back to the point, about a month before the competition, our coach announced that he would choose only 15 or the girls of the team to go to the tournament, and I was very excited and more motivated than ever. Finally, I was one of those chosen to go to the tournament that took place in Manizales. Obviously, I was happier than ever. It was an achievement that I want to reach for a long time. The day we left to Manizales, I decided to go with my mom by car. It was a quite long road trip. After approximately 11 hours on the road, we arrived to the hotel, and by the way, was very nice. It was in front of the Coliseum where we play, and it had a beautiful view. During the championship, I experienced all kinds of emotions: excitement, nerves, stress, anger, disappointment, and partly because I was so excited to play, but unfortunately I didn't do very well. Then the tournament ends and we came in 7th place. We didn't do very well, but it was an incredible experience for everyone. And for the return trip, I decided to go back with the team bus and not with my mom. I have to confess that my principal motivation for that was that I want to meet a guy that I found very interesting. But unfortunately, there wasn't the opportunity to talk there in the bus. But not everything's bad, because, however, it was a funny trip back. There I talked for the first time with Klaus and Santiago, who are my best friends today. As a reflection, I can say that even that at some point I felt very sad, I also lived a wonderful moments with a wonderful persons that I will never forget. And the fact of having achieved that accomplishment makes me very proud. This is how I got into my dream university. When I was still in the high school, I was not sure about what I want to study or where I want to do it. So in 11th grade, I attended to the Expo Mariana virtually, and I really love it. I immediately fell in love with the university, and I knew that I want to study there. I didn't even want to contemplate another options, and however, it was a dream. I saw a little far away because my parents did not have enough money to pay the tuition. So when I told my parents, my father's answer was that I have to search another options because the Javeriana was very expensive. But on the other hand, my mother always supported me. And finally, my parents, both of them, support me. The next step was to do the virtual interview. I remember that day I was so nervous. So a couple weeks went by, and while I was sleeping, I received a phone call, and it was from Mariana. And there I was informed that I had been admitted to the law school. After that, months went by, and days to enter to the university was approaching. And I think that this is one of the most important days of anyone's life. So for that reason, I was too nervous. And finally the day arrived. I remember that I have to be there at 7:30 a.m. So when I was arrived, I saw that the most of people already knew each other, and I was alone. And when the day ends at 4:30 p.m., I left a little sad because I could not talk to anyone. But finally, the following days of the induction, I met two girls who actually are my closest friends in the university, and I appreciate them very much. To finish, I have to thank to life and God to give me the opportunity to enter to this university, even though at the beginning it seemed to be impossible. And especially, I'm so grateful with my parents who did the impossible to fulfill my dream. To end the video, we will move on to the part of my self-evaluation, answering the following questions. It was really nice to relive the moments while I was writing. So remembering these details and the people I shared with fills me with nostalgia, but at the same time with happiness. And I want to be able to keep these memories in my memory forever. I learned that it's important to recognize the good things, but also the bad things. I think that even though I remember the good moments, I also remember the mistakes and obstacles that I might have had in the process. And I think that it is important to also keep in mind those bad things, because in that way we can learn from those mistakes so that we don't repeat them in the future. To be honest, I have to improve in my memory because it was hardest to remember some details. But talking serious, I think that I must improve the fact of synthesizing the information better, because sometimes I add some information that is not too relevant. So, taking into account these incredible stories and this incredible storyteller, I think that my note must be 5. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.